So when us guys and girls in the health and fitness industry talk about health and fitness, you can guarantee we're almost always going to talk about one of three things: food and nutrition, exercise, or sleep and rest. But there is a fourth and a fifth dimension. The fourth is your friends, community, and all your connections in life. And that's not something I want to cover today. But the fifth dimension is definitely your home, or the place that you call home. Because if you add the 8 hours that you should be sleeping to the time you have your evening meal and all that sort of jazz, you're probably spending roughly 16 hours a day in it. And that is 2/3 of your life. So it's absolutely important. But I do strongly believe that many of us are not aware of our home environment. And what do I mean by that? I mean, what aspect is it? What is the light flowing into it? How does it actually make you feel? Because there could be things about it that are actually getting you down. I'll give you a classic example. Where I live in the West Country in the UK, in Devon, we've got these gorgeous chocolate box cottages. They've seen them with all those lovely little cute thatch roofs, tiny little windows, and thick cob walls. They look gorgeous, but for me, I wouldn't want to live in one. They're very limiting in terms of the light they pull in, and therefore the views you got out. They're nearly always north facing, and by that I mean the back of the house where the kitchen area, etc. is. The reason for that is because in the old days, they wanted to keep all their food and all their food preparation cool. So unless you've got a heap of land, it's hard to get away far enough from the building to catch sun. So I've got 3 tips for you to do with your home and hopefully making yourself happy. The first one is from my lovely mum and dad. They always told me to take a compass to go and view a property, whether I was renting temporarily or I was buying a home, because this will allow you to see its aspect and to see which way it's facing, and therefore where the sun's coming in. And if you're in a place already and you want to get your compass out, and there's a very good one in Apple iPhone apps, you could perhaps maximize what you've got by knowing where the sun's coming up, where it's going down, and if you can do anything with the rooms that they're facing. Number 2 tip is from my lovely daughter Zoe. I'll take you outside whilst I'm chatting. Zoe said that we're very lucky where we are now, because we used to live in an open plan house, which the estate agents described as a footballer's trophy house. So you can understand sort of what it was like. But do you know what? It was absolutely miserable to live in, because if somebody was watching EastEnders in one room, the whole house knew about it. So although we've got this rather lovely looking house, it's actually very modest. It's under the average price of the average UK home, but we put on a single story extension with all these bifolds that have maximised an otherwise modest property. But as Zoe said, chambers are important. She can go and escape into a bedroom, somebody can go into the living room, I can go into my gym area, somebody can be in the dining room, and we've got our own space so you don't drive each other nuts. And the third tip from my lovely wife Adele is related to all this stuff that's spinning around me, the greenery, and for her in particular, as well as all the light. If you come back in the door here, we've got several plants. I'm bashing myself as I'm walking backwards. Plants and flowers that give a great vibe. And yes, I know what you're going to say. This part of the house is open plan. And that is great. And that is purposeful. It's because that allows us to come here as a family of 5 and with friends. And we've got enough area to chat to each other, to be sociable. So when I'm saying open plan, I'm not meaning, not all together, but make sure your house is chambered and it's maximizing light. If you need to open the curtains, get rid of net curtains, put in a sun pipe, just perhaps become aware of where you live, the hours you spend in it, and what you could do to make yourself happier and healthier in it. Hope that helps. Till next time. Take care, stay strong.